Many people are hearing dramatic claims that Congress has already moved to force President Trump to resign, or that impeachment is happening right now. But the real situation is more complex and important to understand clearly, because while pressure on Trump is real and growing, there is no official demand for his resignation and no immediate removal process underway, even though Democrats are openly discussing impeachment and serious constitutional concerns. This entire situation began as Democratic candidates and activists, including Tom Steyer, pushed hard for impeachment, arguing that Trump's actions, especially involving foreign governments, showed corruption and abuse of power. And Steyer himself publicly said that Trump asking a foreign country to interfere in American politics while holding back hundreds of millions of dollars in aid was clear wrongdoing. Yet even with that strong language, what's happening in Congress right now is not a single unified action, but a mix of political pressure, investigations, and strategic positioning ahead of future elections. Because Democrats believe Trump has committed serious violations, especially related to Venezuela, but they do not currently have the votes needed to remove him from office. At the same time, Trump is clearly worried about what might happen next, as he reportedly told Republicans at a closed-door retreat that if they lose the midterm elections, he will be impeached. Not might be impeached, but will be, which shows that he understands his protection depends entirely on his party holding power in Congress. Right now, Democrats are accusing Trump of acting unconstitutionally by launching military actions and making claims about controlling Venezuela without congressional approval, arguing that these actions violate the Constitution's clear rules that give Congress the power to declare war and control spending. And while Republicans largely dismiss these accusations as partisan attacks, the language Democrats are using is serious and deliberate, because calling something impeachable is not casual rhetoric, but a signal that groundwork is being laid for future action. One of the most meaningful developments so far is the Senate's move on war powers, where a resolution was advanced to limit Trump's ability to use military force in Venezuela without approval. And notably, several Republican senators joined Democrats in supporting this measure, showing that even within Trump's own party there are concerns about how far he has gone. And although this vote does not remove Trump or force him to resign, it represents real legislative pushback and a clear warning that Congress is willing to reassert its authority. Trump's angry reaction to those Republican senators who voted against him further highlights how seriously he takes any challenge to his power, as he publicly attacked them and treated their votes as betrayal, which could either scare future dissenters into silence or push more lawmakers to assert independence. Despite all the noise, it's important to understand that there is no bipartisan resolution demanding Trump step down, no joint House and Senate action forcing an immediate showdown, and no formal impeachment articles moving forward at this time, because Republicans still control Congress and are blocking those efforts. But that does not mean nothing is happening, as Democrats are actively building a public case through statements, hearings, and investigations that could later support impeachment if they regain power. Trump's own words reveal that he understands this reality better than anyone, because by telling Republicans that losing elections equals impeachment, he is admitting that the accusations against him are serious enough to move forward if Democrats gain control. And this is why the 2026 midterm elections have become the central battleground for Trump's political survival. The real fight is not happening through dramatic resignation demands, but through slow, strategic moves, such as war powers votes, constitutional arguments, and public messaging aimed at voters, while Trump relies on party loyalty and electoral victories to shield himself from accountability. Some online content has exaggerated this situation into scenes where Congress explodes into action and demands Trump resign immediately, but those claims do not match official records or actual congressional behavior, because institutions move slowly, especially in a deeply polarized system, and what we are seeing now is pressure building rather than climaxing. Democrats are angry and vocal, Republicans are defensive but showing small cracks, and Trump is caught in the middle, publicly projecting confidence while privately warning his party that their control of Congress is the only thing protecting him. Understanding this matters because believing impeachment is already happening can create false expectations, while dismissing everything as noise can cause people to miss the serious groundwork being laid. And the truth lies in between, where the pressure is real, the stakes are high, but the outcome depends entirely on future elections. Trump's Venezuela actions, in particular, may become the centerpiece of any future impeachment case, as Democrats argue that unauthorized military force, seizure of foreign assets, and claims of running another country represent dangerous overreach and abuse of power. And these arguments are being carefully developed now so they can be used later if political conditions change. Impeachment, by design, is a political process as much as a legal one, and history shows that what matters most is who controls Congress, not just the severity of the accusations, which is why Trump remains in office despite intense criticism, and why Democrats are focused on winning elections rather than forcing immediate outcomes. The Senate's willingness to limit Trump's war powers shows that Congress still has tools to check the president, even without impeachment, and these actions, while less dramatic, are often more meaningful in the long run, as they reassert constitutional boundaries and set precedents. Trump's situation highlights how deeply intertwined his political fate is with his party, because Republicans need his supporters to win elections, and he needs their majorities to avoid impeachment, creating a mutual dependence that shapes every decision. As the midterms approach, the pressure will continue to rise, with more investigations, stronger language, and sharper divisions. And while there may be no immediate resolution, the direction is clear. Accountability is being debated, power is being contested, and the outcome will be decided not by headlines, but by votes, both in Congress and at the ballot box, making this one of the most important political battles unfolding right now.